More and more little trades keep on trickling in. This one not as big as maybe some of the other ones, but I think this is a pretty big impact trade. So I haven't found a tweet that just displays this very nicely and everything. But essentially, Daniel Gafford is on the move. There were some rumors that Gafford might be moved from the Wizards and everything. They've been trying to just sell everything they have of value, which is pretty much just Tyus Jones and Daniel Gafford. So we'll see if Tyus Jones gets moved. But Daniel Gafford is on his way to Dallas, a much more respected franchise that can use a guy like this in exchange for Rashawn Holmes and draft picks. Now, from what I see, it looks like the draft picks are still being figured out. It looks like a small trade is going to happen between the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder somehow to get some picks moving to them. Maybe they're getting in on the Gordon Hayward deal somehow. I'm not exactly sure, but essentially they're going to get a couple draft picks that'll then get relayed to Washington. So I'm guessing some second rounders. This is a great move for Dallas, though. I mean, let's one just talk about this whole process because they got Rashawn Holmes from the Kings. And they got a draft pick that turned into Oliver Maxence Prosper just for taking on the salary essentially. So that was a great trade in itself. And they got Derek Lively in the same draft. So you got two solid players out of that. And then they flipped Rashawn Holmes and turned him into Daniel Gafford. That's just phenomenal maneuvering by the GM here. We got to give him some credit for sure. But Daniel Gafford, this is what the Mavericks wanted. They needed more defense. They got that. Daniel Gafford's been the starter there for a couple of years. The Bulls stupidly traded him. I was like, this guy can be a starting center in the NBA. I promise you. They took him with the second round pick. Whatever, right? I guess we don't get him anymore. He's on a pretty team-friendly deal of $12 million, but he's a run, jump, and dunk center that blocks a lot of shots and fights for a lot of rebounds, plays with a lot of energy. Perfect. That's just what Dallas needed. He's probably on par, if not actually probably a little better than Derek Lively right now. I'm guessing Lively still starts, but I think they're going to probably split minutes pretty evenly. Think of them as the same player, though. Run, jump, and dunk guys that can play some defense at the rim and everything. Having lob threats for Luka and Kyrie is critical at all times. They play great with those dudes because they attract so much attention with how methodically they can operate in the pick and roll. So this is awesome. That's a great pickup for them and everything. And since they were already paying Holmes who didn't play, this is a big addition, and he's a big upgrade over guys like Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber. Kleber plays a slightly different role because he can shoot a little bit, but Kleber's been a little bit inconsistent since his injury. So this is a much better option for them at center. We can take a look at his numbers. He's posting career highs in rebounds and points. We can take a look at his field goal percentage, basically 70%. That's awesome. 2.2 blocked shots per game. This is awesome. He's a great player. I love Gafford a lot. So we'll see what kind of picks they end up getting and what they have to do to kind of finalize this move, but I can't imagine it's going to be anything that crazy. But like I said, this gives them a way to never lose that rim protection when they're on the court, because the Mavs story this year has been we need to outscore everybody, right? But when Lively comes off the court, that really opens up a hole in their defense. Now they always have a starter caliber center on the court. There's never going to be a time where they don't have a rim protector, somebody that can be that run, jump, and dunk guy, that can be athletic, that can be imposing on defenses, right? They've always got size. They've always got someone above the rim. Awesome, right? You've fortified that position now, which is the key to a lot of defense, right? Teams want to either shoot threes or get to the rim. This helps you protect the rim at all times. Now it's establishing perimeter defenders and things like that. I think this is going to be great for Dallas. If you're Washington, I guess get something for him. How much more does Gafford have in his contract? Is this the last year? Is that why they wanted to move on from him? Oh, no, he's got a couple years left. Why did I think that? When did he sign the extension? He signed extension in 2021. Oh, fair enough. Oh, so this is awesome. If they only end up doing a smaller deal to then acquire some second round picks or something like that, so that they can move those over. This is great. You've got now Lively and Gafford as your two young centers just going forward to play with Luka. That's awesome because you need those guys on your team at all times with him, like I said. When they first took Luka and they had DeAndre Jordan on the team, it was so awesome. And then when they lost DeAndre Jordan and that kind of role that he played, Luka's game suffered a little bit. And then they went and tried to replace that, right? And then they found it this year with Gafford with Lively again. So this is really exciting. I think this makes the Mavericks a lot better. Again, that defense is so critical for them since they have such elite scoring on this team. I think it fits in with how they play too, because the Mavs, while they play some iso ball with Kyrie and Luka a lot at times, they still get out and run, and Gafford really gets out and runs, and so does Lively. So I think they can still play that high-paced offense with that. He can wait in that dunker spot in transition. He can run down there, get a deep seal or something like that, play within the offense and that fast break. So this is good. If you're a Dallas fan, I'd be really excited about this. Take it from a Bulls fan that thinks it's complete just dog shit that they traded him for like nothing. But that's the story of the Bulls, and the Bulls still haven't made a trade today. So you know what? I'm probably going to be a sad Bulls fan. I can't wait to do my winners and losers of all this, because I'm going to say the Bulls are the biggest, fattest losers there are. So it's whatever. But hey, you should be excited about Gafford. He plays with a ton of energy, high motor, plays defense, going to get you a lot of rebounds. This is an awesome move for them. But hey, make sure you guys subscribe, comment. Please keep commenting. Like, I've had some comments in my videos today. It's been a lot of fun to talk basketball with you guys. That's why I do this stuff. I want to talk some basketball. And I actually have a lot of buddies in the Mavericks organization. I used to do some work for them. So I always have a little soft spot for those guys. So I'm curious to hear what they think of him and everything. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, especially comment, and we'll see y'all later.